I think at some point in my life, I don't know when, I just became fascinated with the act of looking and
the mundane.
And the mundane. And actually, I think it originates in sports where you're sort of sitting on the sideline and you're watching your teammates. I played point guard, so you're like constantly analyzing the floor. You're looking at, the gestures and micro movements and behavior in order to figure out what's going to happen and kind of control the game as much as possible. So that, to me, moves perfectly into using the camera, which is also like a thing of space and a thing of time and a thing of prediction and a thing of consciousness and awareness. And so
that's such a fascinating analogy to me, because as a person who doesn't particularly love sports and generally characterizes sports in pejorative ways, to hear from you that there's a poetry and an art to it is like, okay, all right, fine, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's weird. I realized, I think, my junior year in college when I was playing, that I was more interested in the poetry and the art of the sport than I was the competition and the scoring of it. And once I stopped playing and I needed something else to do, some other thing to strive for, and I moved into art and film, I think I just naturally drew from all of the things that were ingrained that which is, I think, another thing that's interesting. It's when you do something, the con man is, everyone's a mark to the con man. The activist, everything is a political moment and a political gesture. To the athlete that plays a sport, it reframes the way in which you see the world. You start training yourself to see things in certain ways, and it filters out to the real world. Photography does the same thing for people, But also, as an image-based culture, we take in the images, and then we see the world in the way in which we believe the way in which photographs have embedded a sort of worldview in us. And this is kind of the problem with photography and with Black folks, is because it's constantly offering a simplistic version of our reality and replacing the experience of communities of color and of Black folks for people who don't have intimate relationships with communities of color and Black folks. And so this becomes the reality that they know, and this is the reality that they vote towards when they go to the voting booth, because they don't know anything else.